Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. You're watching Dude Ranch DIY. My name is Jake. Today, the heat is upon us yet again. This heat wave just will not go away. It was about 96 degrees today. The Weather Channel app said it felt like 104. Super high humidity. But the good news is the heat wave is supposed to break this upcoming Wednesday. So fingers crossed. Temperatures say that they're going to be in like the low 80s, so that would be almost like a 20-degree temperature change, which would be very welcome. So today we're going to be back in the wood yard. I'm going to start cutting up some of this red oak that I brought back from the job that we did a couple weeks ago, a couple videos back. We're just going to take it nice and easy, cut up some rounds, and we'll see where the day or the afternoon takes us from there. Again, we're just taking it nice and slow because of this heat. It's pretty brutal. So guys, today, because this oak is bigger, larger diameter, we're going to be using my MS 362 with the 25-inch bar on it. This is the saw I use for my larger rounds, and it works pretty well for me. As you can see here, I got my big tool rack, which I just love this thing. I mean, you see in the videos, it is always on the back of the tractor. It's just, it holds everything I need and then some, from my chainsaw to my gas and oil. You'll see me grab my Mingo marker there in a second to mark up the log, all my files and everything. It's just a really well thought out product. And I like well thought out products. And as an added bonus, they're based out of here in Connecticut. If you go back into the archives of my videos, I actually have a couple videos from me going to the big tool rack facility and meeting Tim and his lovely family. We did some tree work over there. So it's a great product if you got a tractor and you're looking for a kind of storage solution that does it all. Big tool rack is by far the solution to all your problems. So this is gassed and oiled up. I'm gonna grab the Mingo marker here along with my spray paint, and we're gonna mark up this first log. So as you guys can see here, I have my Mingo marker and my paint can. For those of you who are not familiar with the Mingo marker, it's basically just a plastic tool that the paint can, spray paint can, goes in, and they have different size wheels, and basically as the wheel spins, there's like a knob on it and different size wheels for different lengths of firewood that you want to mark. Right now I have in the 16-inch wheel, and I put my paint can in like this. I've found works best to hold it away from you, that way you don't get paint sprayed in the face. Ask me how I know that. And then basically what you do, I'm gonna start on the far end here, is that you take it and you always have to make sure that you pull it back to you until the wheel stops. Then you'll see that I actually marked arrows here on either side to denote exactly where the spray paint nozzle is, because that's where you want to start the marking of the log. That's just how it works. You don't start it with the wheel all the way back. You don't start it up here. You start it with the nozzle right at the edge of the log. And then from there, each little paint tick will be 16 inches. So let me show you. So there we go. Out of that, we're gonna get a couple pieces. And you can see here the orange dots. And that's where we're going to make our cuts. So let me fire up the MS362 and we're gonna get to cutting. Well guys, I forgot to hit record on the camera, but as you can tell, we got that cut up lickety split. Saw is nice and sharp. So I promise I'll get the next one. This is a nicer log anyway. This one, we cut through some knots and stuff, but you know what? It all burns and it's all oak. So I promise I will get this one on camera. If you know, well, I don't know if you guys can see that, but a screw and like a little cap just came out of the exhaust right here. Suppose it just rattled loose. Let me grab a tool and we can put that back. Huh, that's strange. I've never had that happen before. All right, well, it's in there nice and tight. Looks like that cap just kind of goes in there like so. Wow, this is hot. Okay, I'll just have to keep my eye on that. Seems like it's fixed though. I'm glad I caught that screw. It just landed right here on top of the log. Well guys, these are some big rounds. These are going to be definitely a challenge to split. I might even consider quartering these up first and then splitting them down to size later, especially if I'm by myself. But these are definitely some big pieces of oak. It's gonna make a lot of nice firewood, but it's also a lot of work. It's just harder to cut, harder to handle, move around, split. Thank God I have the tractor, but we'll get them done. Okay guys, so here's what I'm thinking. As you can see, these big oak rounds are pretty much taking up all of the area in between where I cut and the splitter because they're just so large. And I definitely think it's gonna be smart to quarter them up. It's just gonna make it easier. So my thinking here is that I would like to quarter them up today, but if I quarter them up, then I don't really have a good spot to put the quarters, because if I start throwing the quarters back in front, they're gonna get in the way of me getting, you know, more of the wood out. I could put the quarters over there and just like kind of chuck them over there, I suppose, which is probably one of my best options. The other option is obviously I have a bunch of IBC totes, and I could just throw the quartered up chunks into an IBC tote, and then when it comes time to actually split them down to their final size, I could just pull them out of the IBC tote. I don't really know what my best option is here. Thinking maybe the IBC tote, just in case I need to move them around. And then, of course, I can just pull out of the IBC tote, put it onto the splitter, and then split into a new IBC tote. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I got this IBC tote right here. I'm just gonna move it close to the end of the splitter, and then we can go from there. That was one round. One round so far. As you guys can probably tell, I decided not to quarter it up. If I'm gonna handle it once, I'm just gonna split it down into firewood. I might not get as much done today, but there's no sense in splitting it, handling it, loading it onto the splitter once, just to do it again. Keep it simple, stupid. Productivity. We're going slow, but we're making nice firewood. Here we go. Well guys, I think that's going to wrap it up. I just ran the splitter out of fuel. Granted, I did just refill it for next time, but I am done splitting. We got a little more than half of a small tote done. Made some small chunks. I'll probably save this stuff for myself to burn this winter, or just throw in to the wood stove once I have a nice fire going. Obviously it's not going to be super dry, but that's all right. These are all little short pieces from the ends of some of the logs that weren't cut quite perfectly, like level or even or straight. But yeah, that's going to be it for this one. I'm really tired and hot and sweaty, covered in sawdust, both from work and from cutting up these big rounds here. So got a little something done this afternoon. That's always the goal. Not quite a full tote today, but you know what? It's still gonna keep the doctor away. So hope you guys enjoyed. As always, I had fun this afternoon coming out here and starting to tackle some of this red oak. It's nice to finally have some oak in the wood yard. As you guys know, I mostly bring home maple and ash and stuff. Actually, just got some really nice hickory logs that I'm gonna be bringing home soon as well. So we have that to look forward to. But for now, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you haven't done so already, just tap that little button down there. If you like the video, give it a big thumbs up. Any questions, comments, or feedback, throw it down there in that comment section. But for now, I'm Jake. This is Dude Ranch DIY. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you here next time.